and welcome to India Bet. Today we're going to look at the IPL game between the Kings 11 Punjab and the Delhi Daredevils that's being played on Saturday. Now, Kings 11 need to win this game. They've got 16 points, both Chennai and Bangalore have 17 points ahead of them, and if they're going to have any prospect of getting in the top four, they have to beat Delhi. Delhi, who were in that absolute thriller against the challengers Bangalore on Thursday. I mean, what a game that was. Delhi, yeah, they lost, but I mean they still scored 194 runs, and that was with a second-tier side. I think they'll probably have another second-tier outside again, put out again tomorrow. So there are going to be wickets going in the Delhi team, but the Delhi players are fighting for their position in the first playoff, and then they're going to want to get into the final. So really, it's the Kings 11's time to shine now. Like, the Kings 11 really have to win this. Pressure on, but it's 6-5 with Bet365. I'm not sure that's a big enough price for me, because Delhi Daredevils have shown their class throughout this tournament, and at 8-11 William Hill, you'd back them if they were full strength. However, they're not, and it's a difficult game and a difficult pitch. As the Chennai Super Kings found out the other day, Dharamsala ground is very difficult to play on, and especially if you haven't had practice there, because it's not a regular IPL fixture ground. Ross Taylor finally found form with a half-century, with an essential half-century for Delhi, and is 11-2 with Sky Bet top score for Delhi, and that could be a bit of value because he's a player really up against it. He's now found a bit of form, and he's going to want to really push on from that. However, he'll be low in the order, and if the wickets aren't taken early, then he might not get a showing. But I think those wickets will come. I wouldn't want to be back in the openers. Openers about 3-1 because, as we saw in the Chennai game, wickets come freely on this pitch. The Kings 11 hugely buoyed by the return of Gilchrist, both behind the stumps and with the bat. I mean, he's 3-1 Bet365 to top score, and I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him really push on with Kings 11 because he has brought so much to this tournament this year, and it was so unfortunately did his hamstring early on. Again, Hussey, another player who played a huge role in the win against the Chennai Super Kings, 7-2 Bet365, another potential bet to have in the Kings 11 batting market. Whether there'll be a lot of runs, it's difficult to say. I mean, the weather's right for it, but as we saw, Chennai had huge difficulty getting a total up. And what I'd be tempted to do in terms of runs is if Delhi go in first with the pressure. I mean, Delhi obviously bats so well when they're chasing scores. But if Delhi go in first, on the back of that huge score they just posted, and the fact that the Kings 11 put up 120 odd in 16 overs against Chennai, maybe they'll be a bit too high in the runs market. So selling Delhi runs, as well as maybe backing Ross Taylor with Sky Bet's top score for Delhi would be my two bets. In terms of the outright markets, it's difficult to see the value, and I just err on the side of Delhi because I think Kings 11, what a performance against Chennai, but can they do that twice in a row? Delhi are on form, having scored that huge 194 against challengers Bangalore, and they'll want to bring momentum into the playoffs. Anyway, enjoy the game. It's going to be a cracking final weekend before the playoffs next week, and check back on India Bet soon for more previews. Cheers.